So there were 5 methods of VM creation, out of which one method was directly create a virtual machine. First method, create a first virtual machine. So on an ESXi host, create a virtual machine directly, then install operating system. The first method of VM creation. We will use ISO image and try to install operating system. So I'll just verify if I have ISO file here or not. There are some ISO images. Okay, we'll try them. So now I want a virtual machine with name called VM45, Windows Server 2012 or 16, any operating system, 4 GB RAM, 2 CPU, and C drive should be 20 GB. This is my requirement. I need a virtual machine with this specifications. Okay. I'll go to vCenter, select the ESXi machine, right click, new virtual machine, create new machine. These options we will try later. Next, VM45. Next, select the cluster where you want to put our ESXi. We have only one ESXi, so we are selecting that. If there are many storage partitions, select whichever you have more free space. Okay. Here we have only one storage partition. We'll see how to get more storage partitions here later during storage topic. So select that partition. Which compatibility? I want 6.5 or later compatibility. So if you want to select VM that should be running on older compatible version also, you can select. So always select when you are creating a fresh VM, select latest available capability. So Windows 2008. Let it be Windows here. So 2012 or 16. We have both ISO images. I'll select 12. Next. I'm not installing operating system here. I'm just selecting operating system type here, which OS I need to install on this VM later. I'm not installing OS now. I'm preparing a machine to install this OS. The machine hardware components will be chosen automatically to suit this operating system. Whatever the hardware components needed to install this operating system will be automatically selected in the next page here. The network adapters, SCSI controllers, these devices, right? Except the RAM, CPU, and hard disk, remaining devices will be automatically selected to install this operating system. If you try to install different operating system later, if you selected 2012 here, okay, and now you click on next and finish, but in the later, like you are trying to install different operating system, it will not work because these hardware components are chosen to install this Windows Server 2012. But if you try to install a different one, different hardware components are needed for that. Okay, so it will not work properly. So when you choose some operating system here, you install the same operating system on that machine. So two CPUs, 4 GB RAM, and 20 GB hard disk. As of now, just remember, expand this hard disk, select thin provisioning. We will discuss what is thin and thick later. As of now, for efficient management of the disk space, select thin provisioning. Do not forget, select thin provisioning. Otherwise, simply you will occupy this much space. From this 129 GB, 20 GB will be allocated now itself. If you select thin, it will not consume now. Based on usage only it will be used. So select thin for now. We'll explain about later. Thin and thick. We'll discuss completely later. Rest everything. Next, finish. Creating a virtual machine. It's already done. VM45 is created. Now this machine is equivalent to a physical server with the two CPUs and 4 GB RAM. But no OS. Operating system is not yet installed. If you right click, power. If you want to verify the files, go to data store. This VM is located. If you go to data store, this is a storage partition. So this VM is located in this storage partition. Right click on it, browse files. You will find a folder with same name, VM45. So you can see .vmx, vmsd, vmdk and hlog files are created. By default, these many folders only will be created. When you power on for the first time, remaining files will be created. Just power on and open its monitor. It will be waiting for operating system. So it's waiting for operating system. And if you browse and see, rest all other files will be automatically generated. See, rest all the files are automatically created. NVRAM, PSWB, .log. All other files are automatically created. Now it's waiting for operating system. We need to install operating system. So I'll just power it off again and then attach ISO image and then. So to install operating system, there were two options. One is place a physical CD DVD on the ESXi. So directly insert DVD drive DVD in this ESXi machine DVD drive, then attach it. So I don't have physical CD DVD to connect to it. So what I'll do, I'll use ISO image from the ESXi local hard disk. Here I have an ISO image .iso. It contains an operating system information to install. Now I will attach this ISO image to the virtual machine. So for that, right click, go to edit settings, CD DVD, data store ISO, select this logo. There has only one storage partition, select that. Browse here, you will find the operating system 2012, 2016, remaining operating systems also there. Select 2012. Okay, click on OK. Make sure it is connected. If you don't connect it, it's of no use. Even though you attach an ISO, it will not work from that ISO. It should be connected. Make sure it is connected. And there will be one more option called connected power on. If it is already powered on and running, it should be also selected. Powered up VM, that's it. Both should be connected. Click on OK. Now we have attached that ISO image from the storage location to this virtual machine. Now if you power on, OS installation will start. Open its monitor. See, OS installation is starting. If whoever has not installed any kind of operating system as of now, do this lab for until you get confidence. Just create VM and try to install it. So here, sometimes mouse will not work. Even now, its mouse is not working inside. Sometimes it works. Okay, depends on the version that we install. If you want to choose the shortcuts here, I want to proceed from this tab directly. I want to click on next. So in the next tab, there is one letter which is underlined. Okay, which letter is it? In the next tab, I want to click on next. In the next word, there is one letter which is underlined.
N.
N. Okay. Now, on the screen, when mouse is not working, if you want to use shortcut, you can use tab. Always you can use tab and then hit enter. That is one way. Still shortcut, like even you don't need to press tab and hit enter. There is a shortcut called Alt plus that underline letter. So on the screen, click with mouse. Now you are on that screen. Now mouse is not working. You can use tab and enter or press directly Alt and N together. Alt plus N. It will select next. So here on this tab, which letter you want me to press? Alt plus
R.
this one. I want to proceed with install now. So which letter you want me to press? Alt plus
I.
I. Okay, yes. Alt plus I. I just pressed Alt plus I. It's started from there. These shortcuts will help you in real time when you are working. If suddenly mouse is not working, you may need to use the shortcuts. Now, we have attached one operating system file only, but it is showing 4 different kinds of flavors. One ISO image itself has 4 different kind of operating system flavors. 2012 standard core in server core installation, 2012 standard server with GUI, data center server core, data center server with GUI. Okay, GUI is graphical user interface, the regular Windows meshes that we manage, right? That's called GUI, desktop experience with mouse. Sometimes here it will show as a desktop experience. That means normal Windows machine. Server core. Then what is the difference between server core and GUI? GUI we know. Server core is something like Linux machine. It is developed by Microsoft itself, but kind of Linux. Everything you need to manage with commands only. Okay, like you might remember the MS-DOS days. Without OS, MS-DOS will be installed. Everything you need to run with commands. Same like Linux machine, but developed by Microsoft. In Windows family itself, there is Linux operating system. It's called server core installation. Its usage is very rare. So if you are installing Windows, select always GUI. Sometimes you will find it as desktop experience. Version to version, they will be changing these names. Server with the GUI, or desktop experience, something like that. Okay, so and standard versus data center. That you need to check with the person who is requesting a VM. They need Windows 2012 standard or data center. Standard comes with normal operating system. Data center comes with an extra license. Some applications will work with the data center flavor only. Okay, that depends on request of necessity. We will do that. Standard or data center, server with GUI or server core. Okay. So here I am proceeding with standard and GUI. 2012 standard flavor and GUI experience. So which letter you want? I just highlighted with the up and down arrows, and now I want to proceed next. Alt N. Here I have to select the license. I can directly press spacebar. It will be selected. I can press Alt A also because that letter is underlined there. I accept the license terms. There under accept A, under A it's underlined. So I just press Alt A. It's selected. Next Alt M. So here there are two options: upgrade and install fresh copy. So if there is already some operating system is running there, and if you want to upgrade Windows operating system, you need to select the first option. Let's say from 2008 to 2012, 12 to 16. You have to select that option. If you select second option, it's installing a fresh copy. If there is even operating system, it will be formatted and install a fresh copy. If you select first one, it will upgrade from older version to higher version, leaving that files and data as it is. It will upgrade the OS. So now, if after this screen, you are aware of two things now. You know how to install OS and you know how to upgrade Windows also. Okay. Upgrade, you have to select the first option. Just install fresh copy, select the second option. Okay. Alt C. Here is the 20 GB hard disk that we have allocated. If you are trying to install the same copy of operating system while we are creating a VM, we have selected Windows Server 2012. If you attach the same ISO and if you are installing here, there will be no problem and you will be continued to install further. If you are trying to install a different operating system, here you will get problem. Your hard disk will not be shown. Even though you have the virtual machine has a hard disk connect, that hard disk will not be visible at this page. You can't proceed further. If hard disk is not there, where will you install the operating system? So if you have created a VM with a different OS and you are trying to install a different OS, here it will give problems. Okay. Now press Alt N. So here it will take some time, 15 to 20 minutes it will take. So if anyone has any question till now, let me know. This is the fresh installation. Any operating system, 2012, 2016, 2019 operating system, any operating system, this is the procedure. We have already copied some ISO images in the hard disk partitions. before you create a VM, just go to this location and see here what operating system ISO files are there. We have CentOS 7 also is there. Linux, if somebody is interested to install Linux OS, if you know how to install, you can do that. Ubuntu is also there. ESXi 6.5, Windows 10, Windows 16, Windows 12, and also Windows 2019 latest operating system 2019 also is available. You can practice any of this operating system installation. Try with the 2016 and 19 because those will be used more in the future. 2012 is a bit old and it's not outdated yet. It may outdate soon. 2016 and 19 you can start practice. This step only will takes time. Rest all the three steps will finish it up faster. Less than 2 minutes it will fast. Yes, Arjun, please post your question. Okay. OS selection, right click, new virtual machine, new virtual machine. Here you give the name, random. If you want to give any meaningful name, you can. Next, hard disk location, compatibility. Let it be same. Here you need to select what OS you want to install. All the operating systems are available, but out of which we should have our ISO images also. We have ISO for 2012 and 16 and 19. So select whichever you want. Next, make sure it is thin provision. Finish. Once you create a VM, just right click, edit settings, go to CD DVD, data store ISO, select that hard disk location, double click. So here you will find all the images. So now I have selected 2016. So select 2016 here. You OK and make sure it is selected. And click on OK. It's almost done. So here we have to enter the password for this operating system. I'm entering as our lab default password. Finish. Its installation is completed. Click on Control Alt Delete. So do not press Control Alt Delete on your laptop. When on the screen if it shows press Control Alt Delete to proceed, do not press Control Alt Delete on your laptop. Here you will find an option called Send Control Alt Delete. Enter that password. Okay, now the machine is ready. Windows machine is ready. Okay, so that's how we create a virtual machine and install the operating system. It's almost like yes or no questions only asked during the OS installation. Even if you're first time, if you're installing some OS, it will be simple only. Try to install any operating system until you get confidence. So, and your mouse is not working here because there are no drivers. We have to install drivers to work mouse inside the console. Mouse is still not working. That is called the drivers for this virtual machine are called VMware tools. We have a topic after this VM creation. We will do that. Okay. So quickly, I'll show you how to do that. This is the machine. Right click on it, guest OS, install VMware tools, and now go inside. Go to File Explorer. You have to use tab only. Mouse will not work here. Just double click on the CD DVD drive and the OS installation. There's some problem. It's giving some trouble to install operating system. We'll check that later. That's how we create a virtual machine, and it took like 20 to 30 minutes to install a VM, okay, and install drivers now. So now we have an option to clone this machine, duplicate an existing virtual machine. Right click, choose clone, clone to virtual machine, VM 46. Select the location where you want to place it. Hard disk location, I want to place it here. I don't want to customize now. If you want to change any RAM, CPU or anything, you can change it here. Okay, otherwise, next. Summary. Depends on the data and the source, it will take some time. Now are we doing hot clone or a cold clone? So now we started a cloning, right? So is it hot clone or cold clone? Hot clone, yes. So source machine is running itself. So it's called hot clone. If you clone this VM, let's say this VM is in power off. If I clone this VM now, it's called cold clone. Okay. Any questions from cloning? So then, yes, I think you have missed that topic, Arjun. So we discussed about cloning. Uh, when a VM is powered on and if you are cloning it, it's called hot clone. If a VM is powered off and if you are cloning it, it's called cold clone. Maybe you can check that previous session again. Yeah, cloning is completed now. So our virtual machine, another virtual machine VM46 is ready in maximum 5 to 10 minutes only. The first machine will took us around 20 to 30 minutes. The second machine we cloned it. So now if you power on, you don't need to install OS again. If you power on and open its console, now it's VM46, it will have operating system also. Because in this machine we have already installed operating system that was there inside the VMDK file. Now as we clone that all the files, so the second machine also has got the same information whichever it was there on the VMDK file. Okay, so the second machine is also ready now. Just a matter of 5 minutes or machine. As it was having only plain OS, it was very quick. 5 to it completed in less than 5 minutes. Okay. So when we started 8:55 and it is completed in 8:58. So max 3 minutes, not even 3 minutes. It's 2 minutes. Just completed because it was having only plain operating system and it was very quick. Here also there are no drivers, mouse will not work. You have to use tab only. See now the second machine is also ready with the operating system. You don't need to install operating system again. As we just copy pasted the existing machine, we get similar machine. The entire copy we have got it. It's called full clone also. Like completely we are making another copy, right? Full clone also. So two different machines we have got. Any questions as of now? After installation only. Yeah, yes, Prasad. If you delete the clone machine, yeah, that's good question. If you delete the source machine, the clone VM will be still available. There will be no problem for that clone VM. And in fact, if you let's say you are not attending till now, you are coming now just now to the session, and you don't know from where it was cloned. VM46 was cloned from either this machine or this machine, this machine, this machine. We can't even identify from where it is cloned. Once the cloning is completed, they are completely two different independent VMs only. There is no relation between them. Before cloning, whatever you place, the data you place in this machine, it will be there. After cloning, if you place any data, it will be here only. If you place any data, it will be here only. That means if you make any changes here, it will be here only. It will not replicate back also. Even if you make changes here, it will not replicate here also. After cloning, there is no relation between them. Even if you delete this machine, it will be still available. Okay, there is no relation at all. They are completely. It will do it. It's a separate job. It will do its separate job. Okay, there is no dependency. Okay, that's good. VMware tools, yes. Before OS, we cannot install. These are drivers. So drivers will be installed once the operating system is installed. So operating system should be there. It's after OS only. And Prasad, good question. Like there is no relation. Even we cannot identify from where we have cloned it. Okay. And if you place any data on this clone machine, it will be here only. If you place any data on the source machine, it will be there only. Before cloning, whatever it was there, it will come to here. After cloning, there will be no relation at all. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Any question? Any other question? Okay. So I'll post that. Yeah. While cloning. Yes. Before cloning, whatever the data that was there on the source machine, it will be available in the clone machine also. That's why we are cloning, right? So we want the same data, whatever it was there on this 45, we'll try to clone and place it on the second clone machine also. Everything will be copy pasted as it is. Okay, I'll post all these labs. Yesterday's exploring the vCenter interface, and then today's clone VM creation and cloning. It's time to start working on your labs now. Whoever is not started working with labs, you can start work with your labs. Okay, the team viewer is available. I'll post that also. How to access our lab via team viewer. You can check that videos and start working on the labs.